Hello, hello. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Donna.
We're here sharing what we've learned as women, entrepreneurs, and moms.
All while rocking our curves with confidence.
It's a behind-the-scenes look at our lives and businesses.
And a chance to tell our younger selves, go do the things that scare you.
I think there's so much pressure to feel like you have to have everything perfect. And I think with being yourself and saying it's not going to be perfect and that's okay, or it's maybe not going to go this way, it's okay. And that's important. I've really just learned that, I would say in the last 6-7 months, that this is how it's going to go, and that's okay. It's not going to be perfect every day. So I get up every day and I think about that. I do think about how's my day going to go. And I've come to a point where before, if something wasn't going to go my way because have to have everything my way, I panic and I get anxious. And now I'm like, it's okay. It's okay that it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to go this way. Things will happen. It's just that moment of time. Take a minute, address it. And if you can't change it, you can't change it. There's nothing you can really do. I've learned that over the last little while. So how do I deal with it? That's how I deal with it. Meditations help me deal with it.
Which is really good, right?
Yeah.
I think realizing the anxiety, I think as we get older, we've learned what that feels like and how it can stop us, right? Yeah. I don't know. Have you ever had days where you can't get out of bed because of anxiety? I sure have.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if it's anxiety. Me, it's just I don't want to get out of bed. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's what it is. I just don't want to deal with it. I just want to be left alone. But you know what? I have. And it's probably been in this year. This year has been probably the hardest year that we have ever experienced as a married couple. So for me, this year was hard. There was days where I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to get out of bed. Just leave, shut the door, and let me do what I want in the bedroom. Mm-hmm. And that's watch TV, play on my phone, look at things on my phone, do my work from bed. I don't want to leave the room. So yes, I have experienced that.
And that's a day when it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah. And that's important to feel that way.
Yeah.
And know that it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
I've always put pressure on myself to make sure I'm up and doing things, and I've given myself a lot of grace this year. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say no in my day. I'm going to give myself a day. Like last week when we were supposed to record, it was really hard for me to message you and be like, listen, I'm not well. I wasn't well because I was sick. I was literally sick, and I was like, it's okay. I'll probably be better Thursday. And then I was like, you know what? I probably will be better Thursday. But at the end of the day, I just need those extra 2 days to just do nothing. Mm-hmm. Doing nothing for me is really hard. And I'm sure it's hard for you.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what, Donna, I can't do Thursday. And you were like, okay, cool with that. And I was like, I'm going to take the rest of the week and do nothing. And it's probably the first Monday in a while that I felt like I can Monday. Right. And I slept.
Let's go.
Yeah. And I was good. This morning, I even said I was with Paul, and he's like, why are you so pumped? I'm like, I don't know. I slept. I'm not sick.
You know, I think a lot of it has to do with the constant go of society now, right? It's 24/7, 24/7, go, 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 right? There's TV all the time. Do you remember when TVs used to shut off?
No.
And it used to go to a black screen?
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
No, I remember when TV got boring at midnight. It wasn't great.
And they would have infomercials all night, right?
Yeah.
Now it's 24/7.
Yeah.
Social media 24/7.
Do you have regular cable? Do you have a
No.
name brand, or do you have
we're
app
subscriptions?
TV? Yeah, that's like us too.
Netflix and Prime, and don't ask me how to turn it on. I'm like, okay, I'd like to watch something. Get someone come and help me here, please. Thank you.
No, even my mom, she's always like, oh, just turn it on City. I'm like,
I'm okay on my computer. Now the last house that we were in had all the equipment and the ceiling and all that. The kids made me a video of how to turn on the stupid TV. Seriously. Yeah. It was and I'm not a stupid person. No, it's just okay, do we need this level of complication just to watch some
but
TV?
Do you want that in your head? Is that something you even need in your head during your day? No. You just want it easy. There.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
On, off. That's how it works.
Yeah, no, we're all subscription based too.
Yeah.
So I don't really watch anything but Housewives. Or Netflix documentaries.
To get to sleep.
or Discovery Channel. I do watch a lot of like 90 Day Fiancé.
Reality. Your reality.
Oh my gosh, I have to be. I think it takes me out of my reality. That's why I watch it.
I
laugh.
No time of day for reality TV.
I know.
Yeah.
Some people do.
It's
some
funny.
people don't. Right? Like,
Where I used to watch soap operas back in the day.
I've
Are
never
soap
watched
operas still a thing?
Yeah, my mother-in-law.
Is it still on TV?
Every day, Young and Restless every day, which is awesome because my parents still do. But I can remember. Oh, I always tell my mom this. I can remember my mom giving birth to my brother. I think it was 83 he was born, and I remember going in to see my mom because that's when you stayed in a hospital for a week, right?
Yep.
Like now it's like you're in and out in 24 hours. And I can remember, if I'm not mistaken, Nikki Newman, who is married to Victor Newman on The Young and Restless, she was in this sparkly silver dress, and she was on a stripper pole.
Really?
Yeah, and my mom's like, she was a stripper back then, and I can remember that. And that's as far back as it goes. My grandmother used to watch it.
Oh yeah.
Like my mother.
We used to race home from high school to watch our soap operas. Yeah.
Never.
Or
never
like to be
once.
sick, and you would just watch soap operas in the afternoon.
Never.
I'm just the other day I thought, do they even exist
They
anymore?
do.
Yeah.
They do. Like what they
And
do.
how much like John Stamos, he was on General Hospital.
No
like
idea.
that. You know who John Stamos is?
I do know who he is. But
yeah.
I never watched them. I never got into them. It was never anything I was like, oh, I have to watch this. That's like and I don't even really watch TV when TV's on. It's kind of like, I know everything will be there, and then everybody leaves the house, and it's like a day like this week, I'll be like, oh, everybody's gone. I'm like, I'm going to watch all my Housewives episodes that I haven't watched. So I love it. I
will say, COVID, that was a nice thing about COVID, because you had to isolate if you got COVID. You're like, okay, I'm off.
Yeah.
I got a week here. Just drop food off and let me watch some stuff. I know that's simplifying it and everything, but
still, it was good.
That's that mandatory. You need a break.
Yeah.
And I think we miss that now. Like we feel like we have to be 24/7. We don't get enough sleep. We don't eat properly. We don't walk enough. We don't, right? Like, because it's go, 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 go. And I think as you get older and the creaky parts creak more, you're like, hey, you gotta slow down.
You do. And it's okay to slow it down. I've never really thought to be successful you can slow down, but I think that success is created out of that. I think it gives you time to rest. It gives you time for your brain to think, and it gives you like a sense of refreshment the next day, like where you can go, or the next few days, whatever it is you need to take. Whereas if you're going, you really don't have time to think. You're just in that moment. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how productive you can be in that moment. There's moments when you can be productive.
You can. Yeah, like, you can get a lot of shit done.
You can get a lot of
fast.
stuff done. But then if you're constantly going,
mostly because we're girls.
Hey, I'm going to say this right here, and I've said it to a million people. I said, there's a reason why woman is 2 syllables and man is only 1.
That's kind of funny.
Because we can do
2 things at once.
Yes. And I always say that. I'm like, well, man.
I know. It's so funny. It is so funny, but it's like a real thing.
I know, and I hate saying it, but it's
I do
so
too, but
true.
it is.
It's so true. And it's like, what? I even said today, like leaving, I'm like, okay, we need to have dinner stuff ready. I'm like, I put the laundry on. We'll do this. I'm going to go podcast with Donna. Then I'm going to come home and I'm going to do this. Paul's like, okay, I'm typing my quotes. And I'm like, okay, type quotes. Then he'll come home and I'm like, I send my quotes. I'm like, laundry? Nah, yeah, I'll go. It switches it now. And I get it. Like, it's different brain.
But it's really quite amazing how it works differently.
And I'm like, I wish I was like that more.
I know, right? Because would you just be more focused? Like, would you be able to just stop and focus?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. Because I don't operate like that.
Like, I like being the ping pong ball. The kids tell me all the time, Mom, you got ADHD. I'm
really?
Like, oh, yeah. All the time. All the time.
Oh, you do go a lot.
But I'm like, I have two speeds. Go and stop.
Yeah, I feel that. But I feel like I do it, but I feel like this year I've learned to take that break and realize it's okay to take the breaks.
Yeah, you do. You really have to. Like, it's really important to schedule it, to plan your day, to make it a priority. Because if you don't, nobody else is going to do it for you.
I think I plan my week. Sure. Do you plan? I know you're a calendar person.
I am totally a calendar. If it's not on the calendar, I know it doesn't happen.
I'm not. I am a calendar person
because I don't remember anything. So,
but that's good because then it's like a brain dump for the week, and you don't have to remember anything, and then you can think of other things. It's multitasking in full action, I guess. Right?
Well, and it's one of the ways, and I think that feeling of not being okay comes with disorganization.
Yeah. How do you organize yourself?
My trick is my calendar. Right? Like I really try and put it in my calendar. If it's somebody that I need to tell about, like if I'm going to be out of the office on a certain day, then I will copy the people in the office that need to know that. Yeah. Or if I'm like need to pick
breakfast with Donna.
Breakfast.
I'm like, there's an email from Donna. We're going to breakfast. I'm like, okay, accept.
That's how I remember. And then I put like alerts like a day before, or like especially if it's on a Monday. Yeah. I like to be alerted on the Sunday. Sunday I like to sit and go through my calendar for the week to see what's going on. Yeah. Sometimes I'll make a list, and I don't do a list every day because I found it a little overwhelming and not accomplished.
I was going to say, do you feel accomplished if you miss something on that list?
Well,
or do you feel like
because it's a big list, so I'll do a weekly list, kind of like these are the things I know I need to get done by Friday, and that's my goal.
That's good.
And then if I add something to it, I add it and then I scratch it off because I did it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Because it makes you feel good, right? It does make you feel good crossing that off the list.
And everything are all your lists digital, or
no?
You're like me.
Tactile.
Yeah.
In my book.
Same with me. And I have a book. I have these books, and I get Dollarama, man. I go to Dollarama, I get a new book, and I'm just like, even if it's, I just did it the other day. I put it in my phone, and I'm like, I won't remember if it's in my phone, like in the notes. So I'm like, hockey team, I got to do these things. Brag about it. I got to do these things. Real estate, I have to do these things. Podcast, I do these things. So I do put it all down, and I find like that brain dump of work is better for me. I was really like, I didn't get that done today. But then I realized, listen, there's a lot of time in the week, and you can get it done in a week. You don't need to do everything in one day.
Yep.
Because then the next day is just going to be just as crazy. But if you space it out, it gives you that time to be like, okay, I've done these things, and I feel like I try to do the most important things, or the things that are coming due.
Or the ones you don't want to do. Yeah. I call it eating the frog. Ooh. And it's a term that's out there. Yeah. I don't remember where it came from.
Never heard of it.
But I remember being at a women's event, and I'm pretty sure it was Julie Cole that got up and talked about eating the frog. And I was like, what a weird concept. But it's doing that one task that you don't want to do.
Makes sense.
Eating a frog. Yeah, like poor little frogs. Unless they're chocolate frogs, then, But it was like, hey, get it done first, and then everything else is easy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's so much truth to that.
There is.
And it makes you procrastinate when there's that one thing that you don't want to do, and you really have to do it, and then you feel so crappy inside, and you're like, God, just do it.
So you're digital and paper.
Yes. Now, I will use digital more if I'm away. So like I'm heading off to a conference, and I will have my notes open on my phone.
I'm like that.
But I will also be taking notes, right? So there's some kind of things that I do keep on my phone, and then or I'll write it down and then I'll take a photo of it. So just in case, right? Because
always the photo. I'm really specific. If it's not in that one book, then forget it. Because if it's not in that book, I'm not going to remember. Like I can write a note and then I'm like staple the note in the book just because then it's in the book. I don't know. I
can write faster than I can type. Oh. So that's why I like to write it, right? And there's something about when you listen and then it comes out in your pen. Yeah. Right? It's just sometimes it's hard to keep up.
Yeah. I don't. I everything I do now is like audio to text or
oh yeah.
I'm always like audio. And the best is when I go to send you like an actual audio message and I'm like, Donna, we're doing this and I'm thinking about this period. And then I'm like, why am I saying period? Because it's an audio message.
Right, because you think you're texting. Message. Yeah.
And I'm like, whatever. But I tend to do that a lot more now. I find that's easier for me.
I just saw a video clip of someone, movie star person. I wouldn't say it was Kristen Bell, but I don't think it was Kristen Bell. And she talks about how her and her friends never phone each other. They just do their audio messages. They're like, I don't have time to sit on the phone for 10 minutes and chat with someone. I'm just going to tell you what I need to tell you and send it to you.
Do you No.
I do not like being only
do I.
except for my mom and dad and my father,
I'm the
right?
same.
Because it's a
I'm the same.
generational. Like I'll take the time for that, but everybody else is like, okay. And my brother's like, I'm gonna email you. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
text me, text
Yeah.
me.
It's crazy,
me.
right?
Yeah.
I'm an in-person
If you need me,
person.
text me. Even on my voicemail, it says, hey, I'm really bad at listening to voicemails. If it's something urgent, text me.
I don't think I've ever heard your voicemail.
Yeah, that's what it says. Because I suck at like,
I've
yeah.
never called you and left a message. I'm like,
It's
maybe I
right
did.
because you
No.
text. You're like, hey, I need this, or let's do this, or what, right? Like,
But I also heard like when you're social mediating, it's good to audio message people, right? So people know that you're real. Sometimes it's like a bot or something and they're texting you. But there's times when I feel like I want to connect more with a person, and then I'll be like, hey, it's Melissa. Thanks so much for the kind words. You know, I really appreciate it. So I tend to audio message a lot more. I was scared at one time to do that because I felt like I was just putting
Stalking?
too much, or putting too much out there. But I think it's good to know people are real. And how many times people have responded to me and said, I was really nice for that audio message. I have a girlfriend. She messaged me. She said something the other day, and then I sent her an audio message, and she's like, I'm keeping that audio message. I'm like, really? She goes, oh my God. She goes, I need to bottle your energy. And I was like, oh, that was crazy.
that's awesome.
And I was like, thank you. But I was like, no, it's easier for me to come across, I think, talking to people in that audio message. Because sometimes that texting.
Yeah, it doesn't
you
carry
don't-
tone or
no.
intent.
No, and then
yeah.
you get all the crap in
Yes.
between. So,
Yeah.
yeah, not having it all together, I think I'm like that on a daily.
Yeah.
You feel
Like,
that, but we have
Chaos
our
is the
ways.
truth, right? Like, hey, but
But
be okay with it.
100%. And acknowledging it and then figuring out what works for you,
Yeah.
right?
And it changes, like the chaos of young motherhood,
Yep.
right? Like,
Versus entrepreneurship.
it's a challenge to put pants on some days,
And then
right?
having adult
Sick
children.
kids.
Yeah.
That's a whole chaos level,
I don't
right?
miss that.
Stuff at the school.
No.
You know, pageant time, Christmas pageant time at the school and all that kind of stuff like that, you know, but you got to enjoy the chaos too, right? Like it becomes, I mean, there's quite a few days where Sean would come home and I'm like, take these children or they will die.
So what would you tell your younger self about chaos? What would you say to your younger self?
It's okay. Like, it's okay not to feel like you got it together.
Yeah.
You are not alone in that feeling.
Yeah. And I think it's good to talk about it and have people to talk about it
Yes.
with. Because I think for a long time.
Because you can get in depression real fast.
Yep. Yeah, you can. And I think we haven't voiced that in a long time. And I think that is where social media, I think, has been great. Like, I wish
Yes.
I had more social media when I was a younger mother. Because I think it would have made me feel more, quote unquote,
You're
normal.
not alone.
Right.
Yeah.
Not alone. Yeah. Because you're like, am I the only parent that deals with this like this? Am I the only parent that has a kid that wants to have a tantrum? Am
Yeah.
I the only parent that just doesn't want to be a fucking parent today? Like, am I the only mom that doesn't want to have a kid after I've had a kid? Like, there's all these questions that you ask yourself. And I think that social media has maybe normalized it or made you feel like you're not alone. And that, yeah, you know what? There are other people in this world that feel the exact same way. And it is okay. Because there's different type of people. There's different type of feelings. And then we all have a right to feel that way, right? And having a space where you can talk to people. Like, there's a woman that I follow, and I followed her for years. She sells Monet hair care. And she was always like, no, I don't think I'm going to have kids, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then she got pregnant. And then she was like, oh. And then I watched her go through her pregnancy. And then even though my boys were older, and then I watched her talk about it after. And she would talk, like, she talks about the hard times. And she's like, man, she goes, it's just fucking hard to be a parent today. Like, she's like, this guy's like driving me up the wall. And I'm like, yeah, I wish I had that to talk to. Because then when you're maybe have an older child and you're at school and you're in those situations and all the moms are like, oh, everything's great and it's so perfect and I did my hair and I got up, and then I'm like, yeah, I didn't do any of that. Like, I didn't do any of that, and I didn't want to be a parent today. I just, like, I didn't want to do that. And so I think seeing other people, and I actually messaged her, and I said, you know, I follow you, I said, for hair care, but I said, I also follow you because you're so real. And I said, I wish I had that when my boys were younger. I wish I had that. Like, you know. And I think that's why having you, and like we've talked about
and
that before.
Right, the friends, your circle of friends that help. Like I remember, when you talk about the depression part of it, like I remember the kids in grade school. I was always at the school helping out, right? Like I'm a pretty cheery person. But I had some serious depression going on. I couldn't figure it out. Like I remember leaving for something at the school and opening the door, and I could not leave the house. I don't know what it was, but I'm like, nope, I can't do this. So I called the school. I said, I'm sorry, I can't come. I went to bed. I cried, did all the things, slept. Well, it turned out it was my thyroid. My thyroid was out of whack again, and it causes stuff, but. There are times where it's okay to just not be okay, but you can't suffer through it alone.
No.
You have to talk to your doctor. You have to talk to your friend group. You have to talk to your spouse, you know, because it's a spiral.
I didn't even know that about thyroid. And I think we probably have similar thyroid issues, but I didn't know that. I didn't know it caused all that stuff. And I think that a lot of people make judgment about a lot of things. And, you know, you really don't know what someone's going through.
You don't.
And it's so hard. Like you don't, you can assume one thing over another, but the reality is you don't know. And you should never make judgments about people about that kind of stuff. Like whether they're bigger bodies, in smaller bodies, whether they look like they have it put together, like you really don't know what's going on.
No.
And
they could be out there faking it, right? Like, because sometimes you do just got to put on your big girl panties and show up and do it. Get through the hard days and you know.
Have you ever?
I have. Have you ever?
Probably. I feel like I fake it every day. No.
I probably the one time that, so my husband worked at a big racetrack, and once a year they have this great big event, and it was called the Queen's Plate. And so I never wanted to go. I am not the kind of person, because he was like top hat and tails, and you have a table that you have to host, and it's like,
it's a lot.
It is, right? And it's all day, and I'm as much as I'm an outgoing bubbly, I'm not like, it's not my comfort zone to just sit there and make conversation. So I was like, and he's busy. Like, he's busy all day. I'm like, no. Yeah, right. Like, so for probably a decade, I didn't go. And then the Queen was coming, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go this year.
Did you see the Queen?
Yeah, I did.
Shut the front door. Oh my God, that's
totally cool. Did. So did all the things, got dressed up, you know, and so the Queen sat maybe 4 feet in front of us.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, God, it was pretty cool. And then I'm like, okay, like, you know, we had a great table of people. It was easy conversation.
That's nice.
You meet some really cool people, and then I find out, okay, I'm supposed to have stockings on, and I'm not supposed to have open-toed shoes. I'm like, oh my God, yeah. Here I am being all perfect, and I blew it. But I didn't get hauled away or anything like that. But yeah. So, you know, sometimes you gotta do it. And like, that was totally for a selfish reason that I faked it.
Yeah, but I would have done that too.
Did it. Honest. I did it.
It's good for you. It's good that you did it. It's hard, right? It's hard. And I think that social media makes it even worse for us. I think everyone puts on this for a long time. I think it's gotten better, but everyone's always been about having like the perfect grid or looking perfect and making sure everything is perfect. And now I think people are a lot more authentic, which is really nice. And so you really start to relate to people, and you see yourself in people, and you're like, okay, this is good because they're not perfect, I'm not perfect, or whatever it is. Like,
interesting. There was a girl on social. She did an experiment where she posted a video of herself, no makeup, just average kind of day, and then she posted a video of herself with makeup. She posted them both to see kind of how they would do on 2 different social media platforms. The non-makeup did like 5 times better than the made-up one, and you know, that speaks to being able to relate to someone.
Yeah. And you know what? I would have to agree, because there's times when I'm like, I want my grid perfect. Like, I want it to look aesthetically perfect. I try to go by color, to be honest with you. I'm like, more like I like it to match. But I've realized that the more authentic the photo, the more real I look, people can relate to that. And people make comments like, oh my God, you know, not that I need to hear I look good, but it's like, you get the comments.
You look happy.
Yeah, like it just, and I'm like, well, I felt like I looked like crap in that photo, but thank you very much. Or I had a double chin, or I had a whisker over here.
Always,
or,
right? Like you're freaking weed in the garden. I don't know. You got to weed the garden, like
I did.
Oh my God!
I think I did before I came.
Every freaking day, man.
Before I came, but no, I watched this girl the other day, and I think it's maybe a trend going around. But there's a girl sitting there, and she's like. She sits there and she posts like she has a couple wrinkles here, and then she has her double chin, and then her hair is like crazy over here, or whatever it is. And then she goes, why do we see this? And then she puts the whole photo when this is what people really see. And it's true. Like I've never really looked at a photo of someone on Instagram to criticize it. I can say honestly and truly, I've never been like, oh my gosh, look at that cellulite, or oh my God, look at that bone, or look at that person's hair. But it's amazing what we think of ourselves when we go to post that photo.
Okay, so now there's a whole listen and don't judge thing that was going around. Okay, so we're driving here to recording, and I passed this lady in the car, and she has got so much injection in her lips that if she turned her head too fast, she would stick to that window and not be able to get off. And I'm like, okay, Donna, you are so judging.
It's hard. Sometimes it's hard, but
I'm like, at what point do people think that this is good?
I know.
Like,
oh, have you ever
what
seen
the heck?
Another reality show, but I think it's called like it's the botched version, like botched. Okay, but it's they remove it all. So there are these celebrities. Yeah, there's these celebrities that go and they start removing all.
Like Lisa Rinna. I don't know if you ever heard her. She said her lips had her whole career, right? Yeah. And but like it's just over the top now.
So, yeah, some of them are. But this one girl, like she was young. So Kim Zolciak, she was on Housewives of New Jersey. I don't know. Anyway, her daughters were tiny when she started that show. Her and her daughter are on this show. And Kim has said she's had so much work done. I think her breast or whatever. And her daughter has lips done. I think she's 20 or 21. And they asked her, they said, let's show you without your lips. And then she goes, well, then my face is fat. Like it makes my face look bigger. And I'm like, the truth be told is why do I wear my hair up? It's probably because I think my face looks thinner with my hair up than down. I don't like my hair down all the time. I do wear my hair down, but I just like the height. Like I feel like it pulls my face up. And I was at this thing with this other girl. Yeah, that's it. Maybe I use it as
Marge on.
Yeah. I was with this girl I hadn't seen in years, and we were at this event, and we were sitting together. It was like a little house thing. And she's like, I always wear my hair up, Melissa. And I'm like, yeah, me too, man, because I think it makes me look thinner. Like, I don't know. She goes, same with me. I'm like, shut up. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, but I don't know. I just like the way I feel good with my hair up. Yeah. And I always worry about that, but I'm like, fuck that. I feel good with my hair up, so I'm wearing with my hair up. So even when we were doing our logo, and I'm like, no, I'm going to use a photo with my hair up because that's me. Yeah. It's like all my real estate photos, my hair's down. I'm like,
and I'm usually spiky hair. Yeah. I'm almost to the Pomeranian point, though. No, it gets a little fluffy.
No, well, the weather doesn't help either. Weather doesn't help. But yeah, no. So we talk about that kind of stuff, right? Oh and God.
There's too much pressure to be perfect.
Too much. Way too much. So I've really tried to not be perfect.
I am 100% not.
Yeah. Even every video
rebel.
I film.
Yeah.
Every video I film or anything I do.
Thinking about them lips. They were bad. They were so big.
I don't know.
Maybe she just had him done. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
I should just be quiet because that's not very nice, Donna. Slap me.
I said, Paul, I need to go to Rexall before I come today. I needed a different color bronzer, or whatever, because I felt like my makeup was so white. And we go there and he's like, do you want any filler for your lips? I'm like, shut up. He's like, yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, all these lips. I don't even wear lipstick. I wear chapstick, lip balm all the time. Yeah. Right. And all these things are 1 millimeter lip. I don't even know how it's a lip filler.
Oh my God, we have to try it.
Yeah, we should.
Have to try to see what happens if we're gonna end up with the
Okay, there was a
guppy
girl.
Lips.
There was a girl yesterday. Oh my God, I should try to find the video. This girl, she's like, look at my thin lips. She goes, how do I burn my lips on 1 millimeter filler at Sephora? And I'm like,
you can burn your lips?
I don't know if it's just tingly. So she I don't even know if the video is real. So her lips were thinner, but she could have had makeup on it. So she puts this stuff on and it's 1 minute later and she's like, oh my God, they feel like they're burning. 3 minutes later. Then 5 minutes later, her lips were like that. I was like, girl, what?
Did they really plump up?
Donna, it was night and day. Night and day.
Oh my God, we have to try it.
I'm going to see if I can find
mine is Burt's Bees. And I have one with a little bit of pink shimmer.
I have those too.
They feel so good and they look so shimmery.
Yeah,
but I'm like, we need to try some.
I think they're in my purse. I have 3 different colors.
Pump up the jam.
I'm going to find it. I'm going to find that one that girl did, and we're going to try it. We're going to do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, my God. I love it.
Life's an adventure.
Oh, my God. Thank you for joining us today at the Nucking Futz podcast.
If you like this podcast, please share by liking and subscribing. Feel free to leave any comments and reach us at hello@thenuckingfutz.com.
Just a reminder, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. If you are struggling, know that you are not alone. Please reach out for professional help.
You can join our newsletter at thenuckingfutz.com to follow our journey. Looking for Donna at work? You can find her great leggings and leisure wear as well at She's Got Legs.
Looking for me, Melissa Hall? You can reach me at Brag About It Jewelry or I am Melissa Hall for real estate.